Good evening, dandies. Welcome to Undetermined, the podcast.
Good evening, godless sodomites.
Awesome.
All right. No whammies, no whammies, no whammies.
Whammies,
Yeah.
go. Hey, everybody.
Hello.
Welcome to Undetermined the podcast.
Oh, not us. Okay, the audience. Never mind.
Well, you too. Yeah. All are welcome. All are welcome, children.
Except the gremlins. They are not welcome.
No gremlins.
No gremlins.
All right.
Yeah, after being plagued by those, we're going to try this again. Take, 38 with
Yep.
the official Miss Betty X of Salon Betty.
Hello.
Pigface, Mr. and the amazing Mr. Lifto.
Yes.
Our voice joining us. Yeah.
Woo!
Right on. We've been trying to put this together for a long time. We got really jinxed a few days ago. Well, knocking on everything we can find that's wood. But yeah, it wanted you two crazy cats to talk about some Seattle stories and being like products of the Pacific Northwest. I don't know. In America. How wonderful that is.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
Okay.
I know we're like have to zone out here for a second. Like going back into the time machine here. Like woo woo woo. It's like how far back in Seattle do you want to go? Like
I don't
how
know.
like the 60s, 70s, 80s?
No.
Right. Where it got interesting. I guess we're probably more just due to ages, kind of in the 90s.
Yeah.
Late 80s, early 90s.
That's
That's kind of
that
when
works.
things started really for Gen Xers. That's when it started getting interesting.
Still get kind of weird. Yes, this is true. Well, we both zone out. And we're like,
I know. Sorry.
We're like, trying to remember through the haze.
We'll get switched in gear.
We got to switch back into the drunken haze of the old days of Seattle.
Right.
No.
So last time we tried to start, but we kept getting interrupted with bugs. When did you two first meet at a show? Well, we got to finish that story.
I'm gonna guess. I think it was late 80s.
Early, probably. I think it was January 1990. I want to say maybe
1990.
I think so.
It's very possible. But it was definitely. I was invited to a house party, and you were performing with Sick and Wrong. So it could have been 88, 89, 90, unless you weren't in Seattle those 2 years. So it could be January 90. I just remember it was like a house party downstairs with the really, it wasn't a very tall basement. And so people were crammed in there. But you did some performance of some sort. Like, I think it was unannounced, but Sick and Wrong was playing.
Right. Yeah, I was dating Wendy, the lead singer, for a year or so. Yeah, so that was right before we did Lollapalooza. So 90, 91. Yeah.
Okay, that works.
That could have been it. Yeah.
That was the beginning. Unless we met previously somewhere else at different occasion.
Possibly.
But that's the one that I was probably the most sober-ish at to remember. So we'll
right.
start there.
What?
Yeah.
What? Yeah. It was a haze. Yes. And it was fun. It was like house parties in Seattle
Absolutely.
were a blast back then. And warehouse parties and loft parties. That was very cool.
Yeah. You remember any premiere shows or anything like that you caught in on early as a result of being in on the time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lots of them. I mean,
yeah.
a band.
Yeah. So.
Let's see. 90. God, whenever Nevermind dropped, the day it dropped, the Nirvana played a show at the OK Hotel.
Yep.
Downtown Seattle, and I was. Yeah, if you find the video online. Like on YouTube or something, you can see me in the back corner. I'm standing on the side of the stage to make sure people don't come in the back door and stage dive. And so I did it at the end. But you can see me in a backwards hat, young, standing in the corner, just, minding my own business. But yeah, that was fun. Those little cramp shows.
Yeah. The OK Hotel was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I love that place so much. And then you could sneak upstairs, and it was like dilapidated and haunted up there.
Yeah,
it was really so cool.
Really creepy. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was so good.
I've never heard of it. What was the background on the place?
Yeah, any stories?
Never heard of it. Yeah.
Which stories? I got to think. Which ones are safe to say in public? There's all kinds of stories. But that was like everybody played at the OK Hotel, and they had bands come through from all over the place. Oh, yeah. It was like I guess you could say it was a dive bar, but I thought it was cooler than that. It was like from the 1800s or the 1900s from the Pioneer. So it probably had ghosts from the fire.
Oh yeah.
Underground Seattle stuff. Probably had all that weird energy. And then anyone who was anyone had art shows there, like Freeze Undyne, who did the art for Jim Rose.
Oh yes.
At least at Moe's, and he was super cool. And so Jesse Bernstein, we could just go through the list. Anyone who's ever played anywhere, they've played the OK Hotel, and the Off Ramp was the other, and the Vogue.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the upscaler one was kind of the Off Ramp. It was bigger, and it had the weird bucket seats and the little roundel tables. Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
And the Vogue was like the place to dance and go get your drugs and drink heavily. Yeah.
Right.
That place was very cool, and was like the Thursday nights was like free ladies night, and they played butt rock, but that's where all the hair farmers went, and so that was the grunge rock hangout. But it's like back then it wasn't so segregated, like weirdos that wore black, we hung out with goth people as well. It wasn't like don't go to this night. It was a mixed night, so that was my favorite. And then Frontier Room had the strongest fucking drinks I've ever had in my goddamn life.
Oh yeah.
Just make your eyeballs turn back in your head and do the exorcist movement. What was the name of that bartender? She's legendary.
Yeah.
And she just bellowed at me. I'm underage sneaking in. She goes, "What do you want to drink?" And I was like, stammering because I'm underage and stupid. And my friend goes, "She wants a cran vodka." She hands it to me. It's this tall glass for like water, but I thought she had water. It was white and one little pink dot.
Yeah.
And she's like, "What are you gonna do? Stare at it? Fucking drink it, pussy!" And so I'm panicked. I start chugging it. She'll kick me out. She knows I'm underage, so I start chugging it. I'm like, "Holy shit, I'm fucked up!" And so that was like the first adventure into the Frontier Room, and so that was a fun place.
So it's like a lounge, like in a hotel, essentially, or was it? By the time,
it's not like a nice hotel. Back then, it was. Again, it's another one of those like. It felt like an older building from the 1800s. So it had this like wooden, creaky, falling apart vibe.
Yeah,
and that's a Seattle thing. Creaky. You want creaky floors, and you trip, and there's like holes in it, and then the Rendezvous.
Oh, God.
If you're at the Frontier Room, you're like, "Oh, shit, last call." They were pretty precise. You could either run your ass over to the Rendezvous, which they had no sense of time. They would serve till 3:30. And again, the drinks are really strong. And
absolutely. And cheap.
Yeah, cheap. Everything was cheap. And it's like the carpets were kind of like molding and rotty and smelled like piss. But you're like, this place rules. Red velvet in the other room, and just it's like decaying, like a gorgeous decaying oddness. Yeah.
Wow. They had carpet.
It seems like a bad idea.
All the salt in the air, from the the ocean, whatever. That's right there, and everything was just pylons and moss and
but that place is still there. It's just a little nicer now. I kind of missed it when it was falling apart, though.
Right.
So that those places, and then the historical on Capitol Hill called the Comet, which I called it the Vomit.
The Vomit, of course.
That's been there since at least Jimi Hendrix, maybe before him as well. That one's like old school, and that's where everybody goes and drinks, gets drunk, gets lost, can't find their way home.
Yeah.
Jason Finn from he was in Love Battery.
Battery.
Okay.
And in the Presidents of the United States, he was the drummer, but he was the bartender, and he's like,
that's right.
You go in there, and he's like, give you free pitchers of beer. It was awesome.
Wow.
Yeah.
But there was like long benches, like picnic benches. So you'd sit down with a group of people, and I remember not knowing who some of these people were, I was like, Chris Cornell, I later found out, he's like, hey, everybody, and just buying people pictures, and people are just sitting down, and no pretentiousness, no separation. No. It was just everyone's in it together. It was a very fun moment in time.
Yeah. Hey, you want to come see my band? Hey, jump up on stage and show me how to play this bass correctly. Yeah. That's like,
exactly.
Okay. Now we're a separate band. Yes. Yeah. It's happened a lot.
That was pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Never been there. I think it's, I hear a lot of people say it's just a lot more isolated than a lot of people think. And that's, probably led to it. I mean, we had a similar scene here in the Midwest and a few Midwestern cities. Chicago's that way in some ways too.
Yeah.
But not as blocked off. I mean,
I guess you're right, huh?
How far away would you have to go to see a show like in another city? Where would you go to consider seeing a show in another city?
You could go up to Vancouver, BC, or Portland, Oregon.
Yeah.
Okay.
Portland was good. 2.5, 3 hours?
3 hours.
Yeah. I'd say like 3 either way.
Yeah. Vancouver 2, but border crossing and shit could take a half an hour, hour. So all that. So yeah. That was the closest.
Yep. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
we were kind of that way in Missouri. It took a while to get, if you wanted to go to Kansas City. Well, not for us now. We moved closer to.
Right. But no, it was hard.
Yeah. It
was hard to get to any good shows, and they were always St. Louis or Kansas City, sometimes Springfield or Columbia.
I can remember like 8-hour round trips, to go see Beastie Boys.
Oh, yeah.
Up in Kansas City, it was like 4 hours there, 4 hours back.
Yeah. Like we'd see bands, I'd maybe go to Seattle, from Seattle, like Victoria, Vancouver, and like, okay, bands are coming, and it's like, well, they broke down in Portland there, I can make it all the way up here. It's like, okay, cancel, until it became a big hub, and then
that's true.
Yeah.
It did, because it's like in the 80s sometimes it would get skipped over, but as soon as the late 80s was coming, it was like we were no longer getting skipped over, and it was like, oh my God, going to Vancouver to see Depeche Mode was getting tiring. So it's
So when did it start switching over for the worst? When could you tell? Like,
the worst?
Gray cloud was coming in.
For me, it was right after the end of Lollapalooza '92, end of that summer, and we moved back, and all of a sudden, Pearl Jam's the rage, Soundgarden's the rage, Nirvana's the rage, and everybody's like moving there to get to Scout. It's like no. Brought the strong heroin, and everybody started dying. That's the first thing I saw was '92 for me.
It was definitely. I remember it was the grunge music was getting hyped so much that it was kind of it was in your face so much that I personally was like backlashing against it. Like, every fucking show in town can't do grunge, because I'm like, I want to hear something different. So it wasn't anything against the bands or the talent or the musicians themselves. I just felt Seattle was shoving it down my throat so hard. I want to do the opposite. Like, okay, now I want to listen to swing music or Martin Denny just to rebel. But and then Microsoft started moving in a lot of uptight people, and I'm talking diamond farming tight asses, and they would come into Moe's. What is this weird shit? And I'm like, oh, get the fuck out of here.
Mo Rock and Cafe. Yeah, we played there. We practiced there a few times. Yeah.
Yep. I felt like I lived in that place for a while.
Yeah. Right across from the Central, right?
Moe's. It's New Moe's, but it's right across from the Comet on Pike. Yes.
Pike. Okay, gotcha.
I had a coffee shop upstairs where we served alcohol. And it was really great. Like, our clients were really weird. It was the first client was I believe it was Portishead, and then we held the party for Leonardo DiCaprio's Basketball Diaries, George, and Garbage. So it was really fun. But it was crazy back then. Crazy good times.
Jesus, how old was Leo then for that movie?
He was very young, but he was over 18.
Yeah.
It's like, God, I hope he was.
Yeah. I was living in the U district at the time, and my girls that were living in the house with me. It's like, okay, we're gonna run down and watch some film. We're gonna watch Leo. We're gonna watch Leonardo DiCaprio and God, whoever else is in it. It's like, yeah, we stood in the background and kind of watched them film it. Yeah, in the U District area. Yeah. So yeah, I remember that. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, he looked very effeminate back then. I'm assuming he was over 18. Yeah. I hope so. I was walking around in my Slum Betty outfit, my Betty Page hair, and a cocktail drink. And I would always have a melon ball drink, and it's electric green, and I would put like a glow stick in it. And my friend just pops up and goes, "Hi, Betty, how are you doing tonight?" "Well, you've got a little gift." He pours a bunch of random strange pills in my drink, and I'm like, "What the hell was that?" He goes, "Don't worry about it." Don't worry about it. You'll love it. Oh, okay. It's like, he goes, "It's ecstasy." So I walk up to Leonardo's up there, and he's with some other very pretty, effeminate boys, very androgynous, my type. And I was like, "Will you boys start making out?" And they start making out. And I said, "I'll give you little treats." And so we're all on E, rolling around under the tables. And the manager's like, "What's going on here?" And I said, I can't tell if Leo's a boy or a girl, so that's why I like him. So it was so you better have been over 18 at that year. Didn't say, otherwise it's bad news. But Seattle was very fun, very decadent. A lot of crazy. Yeah. It wasn't as uptight as it is now.
No, if you knew where to find it, there were several after-hour parties I went to that were fun. Just random on down this random street. See the guy in a leather jacket standing outside. It's like, okay, great. Here we go. It's like, yep.
There was some good loft parties in the U District above that one club.
Absolutely.
The underground, that was great space.
Yeah, above the underground. I think that's where I got a few of my piercings, like just from this random lady who was doing piercings. Yeah, and right above the underground U District. Yeah, there's a huge loft. Like, it
was really cool. Like Jason and Jared Harler.
Thank you. I just got in touch with Jared again. I'm not sure where he's at. He's like, "Hey, you want to talk?" It's like those. Yeah, they worked in the piercing shop down by Pike Place Market. Yep, upstairs.
Yep, the twins. Yeah, really cute.
They're fucking cute twins. Yeah.
Yeah, the cute twin. Very androgynous. Androgyny was still a thing.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, there were some great parties at that place. I don't even know what the name of that place was. It was just you would end up going in there. It's like right above the underground. I guess was all ages club, but then upstairs was even funner. Yeah. So yeah, definitely. Yeah, the U District, and then Coca. I have to mention Coca. That's where you guys didn't you do your first show, the circus side, or was one of the first?
I think the first was it was Alibaba's Mediterranean restaurant.
Oh my God, I completely forgot about that place. Holy shit.
Yeah, because Jim had put up posters and stuff, and I showed up, and Matt was in the audience, and Torture King and Tube was in the audience, and I remember looking out the windows, and there's Mudhoney guys and Soundgarden guys pushing their face against the window because they couldn't see it. And then I think Coca was 2 or 3. I can't remember, but yeah, that was the unofficial one.
That was great. That was so packed in there. It was crazy.
It was uncensored. That's why,
It was so it needed a bigger room. It just was so many people packed in that back room. It was crazy.
It was an art installation, so we got away with nudity is art. So yeah. Well, back then you could say it. So yeah.
This is true. Yeah, Larry Reed curated.
Larry Reed.
Really, wow! Some of the best shows I've ever seen, like Karen Finley during her live performance, naked, screaming, putting mud and alfalfa sprouts all over herself.
That's right.
That was so cool. And then the Ives Klein Symphony in Blue, they brought over naked girls and rolled them in blue paint.
Wow,
that was a fun night too. And the Survival Research Laboratory shows, where you had to sign away your rights that you couldn't sue if you lose an eyeball. So people were like, "Let me in! I want to get here."
The bigger ones of that they had down under the aqueduct outside, and I remember signing left where it's like, "Why is this?" And it's like, "Holy hell! Here comes the machine and it's shooting pneumatic tubes at my face." It's like, "Oh God, yeah."
And then people are like pushing for. I know I was like, I don't care. This is exciting. You're like shoving towards the excitement and the firecrackers. Just firecrackers when Coca inside. Firecrackers in a really small place with packed people, and no one's moving away. They're moving towards it. But yeah, those were pretty fucking amazing. And I remember, I don't know if it was 21 and up because I don't remember being carded because I wasn't old enough to be there yet. But who knows? Maybe it was all ages. But I don't know. I remember getting free booze there. So
They
who
probably
knows?
didn't give a shit.
Yeah.
No one did because I would go to the Vogue, and I don't remember showing an ID. And I think it was around 92 or 93. It felt like people were getting really fucking uptight because I was like, oh my God, I've been here so long and you guys are asking for my ID? What the fuck?
Yeah.
Right.
They had to start nipping that in the bud right away.
Yeah. Yep.
Mm.
And that to me was a sign of, oh shit. But yeah, that was just, and people smoked in bars. I know younger kids, they aren't even going to understand the concept of you'd go out and you would cough up like black junk.
Right.
Literally. It's like, or if you just sing, you're inhaling all this smoke and it just takes days to come out.
I'm still a smoker, and I mean, there are a couple bars like on the city limits here where you can go and smoke. I don't know how to act when I'm there. It just feels wrong.
It feels weird, doesn't it?
Yeah. I'm a smoker since I was a kid. I mean, basically. But yeah, it's just strange. I just don't know, what do I do with my hands sort of thing. And, I look around for cops. I don't know.
I know, and it should be frightened because of that. It is weird. It's like you'd think there'd be segments of smoking bars that are okay.
You would think so.
But you'd have to be like fully into it. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
They sell a lot of cigarettes, those gas stations, man.
Right.
I just don't know where we all are.
Underground smoke club.
Right.
Oh shit.
Were there ever like any events that you went to, anything like that where you even were just like, holy fuck, this is too much. I got to get out of here.
It's out of control.
This is freaking me out.
I don't think so. I mean, I've seen some things, but I don't know if it's scared. Like Demonic Glass performed Naked in Blood.
Oh, I was there. Oh,
and
hell
afterwards, I just ran towards her. I needed a hug. It's like it was exciting, and everything was like we're really pushing the envelope. And I'm trying to think if I saw something. I was like, that's too much.
No,
I can't. I've never gone to a Gigi Allen show because I don't. I don't want to see. I don't want to see poop. No one eating poop.
God, no 89 or 90. I think he played at the Ballard. He played at the Ballard Firehouse.
No. Oh my God.
Yeah, and I went to that, and he's like throwing shit around. It's like, okay, I saw him. Yep. No, it was just like, okay, you're right. That was too much. It's like, okay, great.
And maybe I was like up in the balcony, could get up a back way, and knew I could get out of there without.
Oh no! They'd never let him play. They'd never let him play in places like that. He'd burn the whole place down.
Imagine him playing at the Ballard Firehouse. I can see him at the Lake Union Pub, but that's insane.
Yeah,
but that place was weird. It was the first time I got attacked in a club by a normal girl. She like grabbed my wig, and then I threw my drink in her face. And Marco Collins, the DJ, said, "Keep your hands off Betty," and got rid of her. But it was like it seemed like a normal place.
But the clientele there was odd, they
were like violent yuppies or violent preppies. Because I went there to see Missing Persons. It was more like the 80s bands would come through. So I'm like, I got to see Missing Persons, new wave band, and in the 90s. So it wasn't a dive bar. No, it just seemed like the people acted fucking mentally ill there. So I was like, fuck that place. And at Ballard, I don't. That wasn't considered Ballard, seedy. It was like a nice, artsy, not a suburb, but
close
like a neighborhood.
At the time,
I would call it a suburb.
Far enough away for us at the time, definitely.
Yeah, because it's like when I lived on Capitol Hill, sometimes I felt like, oh my God, you live that far away. It just seemed like a century. Like West Seattle seemed like, oh dude, I can't go that far, man. I can't leave this hill.
John and I are driving.
It's like a different fucking universe. Like, I can't walk to it. Yeah,
but 10-minute drive, still.
I know.
Still right.
That's back when traffic. Actually, there was no traffic on the freeway at night.
No, none.
And you could walk across it. No one was there. And now it's like, you're always like, I look back going, God, I did not know how good it was. The rent was fucking cheap. There was warehouses everywhere.
Yep. loft space is cheap.
Belltown was not a yuppie infested shithole.
Nope.
It was falling apart in artistic way, like artist warehouses and the Jello building by the Cafe Mars.
Yeah.
That was so much fun. Oh, yeah. Cafe Mars, and it's like what's his name? The sex columnist guy, Dan Savage worked there.
Savage. Yeah, he lived in a building I was at for a little bit. Yeah, decent fella at the time. Yeah, so.
Yeah, I'd go down there 3 a.m. and he'd be there to be like, yes.
And taking a weird turn, you did you were doing some research on, I know a while back on like the death of Mia Zapata.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, were you there for that too? And
yeah.
Yeah.
That was fucking creepy.
Yeah, because I want to bring it down like really bad.
We're getting there. We're getting there. The deaths are coming.
Like, I was getting really hyper and high after the kitsch art, and it's like, wee. Oh,
yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
It's a murder time.
You know what, though? That for me was Seattle was like riding a high, and you go to people's warehouses and you go to parties, and there was like a trust and a community kind of sense. And when that happened, I was like, I don't know if I want to ride with you, because nobody knew. Everyone thought it was someone that was at the Comet that night. And so I was looking at people I considered friends with the, like a side eye, and it didn't feel very good to think,
no.
Is one of these people capable? Like, it just blew my mind. Yeah.
So that's still unsolved, isn't it?
No, they
found him. Yeah, they found him.
Oh, yeah, they got him. Good. It was no one in the Seattle community. It was a person. He was from Miami, and he'd worked in Seattle, and then he left. So but what's one good thing? It wasn't a musician or somebody that everybody knew and trusted, and kept like a serial killer. But she supposedly, this is what's fucking creeped me the fuck out, is when I rented my practice space on Pike Street, and it had such a fun energy. It was campy. Someone painted sunflowers all over it, and I hung a bunch of Barbie dolls, and it just was really kitschy, old school Seattle vibe. But then when they started to ask a lot of questions about her death, and then the cops were in our alley and they were asking questions, and I'm like, why are they in my practice space taking pictures? And I was thinking that happened, prior. Like, I want to say, was it 92?
No, I want to say it was 90. Whoa.
91. Okay.
One, because it was before Lollapalooza.
No, date of death, July 7th, 1993.
Jesus.
Shit.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Oh, July 7th. And that's creepy, because that's really close to this date.
Yeah.
What's today's date?
It is today's date.
Oh, my God.
Weird. I wasn't even thinking about that at all.
That's fucking creepy. It's a weird coincidence.
Zapata coming through.
Okay, so what's strange is she went from the Comet to her practice space. Well, her practice space, supposedly, unless there was some other practice space in that building, it was the exact practice space.
Yeah.
And I did not know that when we rented it in 94. Yeah, 94. And I would be down there late at night painting, and I'd get the creeps, but I thought, that's pretty typical. You're up all night painting.
Right.
You'll start seeing things, like the drapes moving.
Yep.
But other people started to sense it too, and we started to, what's up? Let's have our friend sage it and bless it and all that crap. But then they're like, well, that this used to be her practice space, and supposedly at that time, someone thought she might have been abducted from leaving that alley door.
Right.
And there was a blind spot. You go down the stairs and there's the door, and someone could be around the corner. Someone could easily just knock you on the head.
Jesus.
Wow.
Yeah. So we put up a huge mirror, and I was like, I'm not staying here late at night anymore. It's fuck that. I'm going to have, backup. But it kind of was like this fun vibe. And then there was like, holy shit, did somebody break in her and kidnap her?
Wow.
It was just a creepy vibe.
Yeah, it was a whole mess.
Yeah.
That's almost like Trent Reznor moving into the Sharon Tate house.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's well, he knowingly did that. That's weird.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, he wanted the vibes of that. It's like, okay, it comes across in that record. It sure does.
It would be interesting to ask him if he had any strange experiences, like ones that he hasn't talked about on the interviews yet.
He said
Really?
no. Oh, I asked him several times,
Interesting.
94, 95 during that downward spiral tour. Yeah, it's like, so see anything? It's like, not really. I felt weird a few times. Like, well,
Wow.
that's just general. But yeah, it's like,
Yeah,
you know.
you would feel weird. Well, maybe maybe he's now possessed by Sharon Tate, and that's why he doesn't see it.
Maybe.
Not possessed by. Oh my God.
Maybe.
I would have trouble sleeping in there. I think.
Oh yeah.
I would have a few nightmares. Yeah.
That's place in New Orleans. It's a nice house.
Yeah.
Drove by it there.
That is nice.
Really cool neighborhood. Yep. I'd be afraid of hurricanes down there.
Well,
Yeah.
There's always something. Earthquakes, hurricanes.
Yeah. That's weird. That's weird. The Green River Killer.
mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
Very Ridgeway.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know what's crazy about that is that the Seattle police, I think they were trying to protect people. It's really disturbing. They'd be like, don't worry. He's not going to attack just a random woman. He only goes prostitutes. And I'm like,
Right.
what? Well, aren't
okay.
they human? I mean, come on. But the thing is, I guess he actually did follow and grab someone. I want to say the Gibson Tavern where all the punk
Oh.
shows.
Yeah.
So it's like, now it's getting close to home.
Yep.
Like, yeah. And so I'm thinking, holy fuck, he could have been at any of those shows. You know, there's always some creeper.
Oh, yeah.
You're like, what is that dude doing here? So it's just like you want to kind of rewind your life and see if you're like, holy shit, how close was I to this weirdo? Like,
right.
did I ever talk to this person? Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah. It's Gary Ridgway.
Gary Ridgway.
Yeah.
No, honestly, I think that's one of the main reasons. And the cops still denied in that area, but come on, it was because he was killing prostitutes. Nobody gave a shit.
Right.
It certainly felt
Or
that
enough
way.
of a shit. Yeah.
Right.
That's awful.
Yeah.
Yeah, Seattle does. It's
Wonderful
always
guy.
had its dark underbelly.
Mhm.
It's like it's like you can't ignore it. It is there. Like that's why when I did Slum Betty, my goal with my friend Spike was there's a real heaviness here, and we wanted to. We still were into the new wave thing. We weren't giving it up yet. We wanted to tap into Klaus Nomi and Nina Hagen.
Nice.
And also to like have some levity to balance it because a lot of friends were dying of heroin overdoses, and it's like, shit, we need something to like balance this energy out. But Ted Bundy, that kind of shit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He terrorized most of America. I mean, he came up from Florida and everything.
Oh, I know. Colorado.
Yeah, Colorado. Yeah, Jesus.
I think he escaped prison twice.
Yeah, in Colorado.
Yeah, that's pretty fucked up.
Jumped out of a window once.
Yeah.
Yep. Jumped out of a window, and then he lost weight, and then climbed through something else, and
that's right. Went through like a vent.
made it to Florida.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. What a freak!
Quack, quack, quack.
And if you think about where he was picking people up at, those parks are very nice.
Yeah,
sure.
There's no weird vibe there. There's like families everywhere.
Yeah.
So he's real bold.
I couldn't figure out how he was functioning for a while, but I did watch like a latest documentary, and it looks like identity theft he did.
Yeah.
A lot of it. Like everybody that he killed, he was like running up their credit cards and everything. I mean, back then it would have been so easy. Yeah. Because I was like, how does this guy, I mean, I couldn't move to Colorado tomorrow.
Yeah, no shit.
It's expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what he's doing.
Well, it's like he seemed like he was quite busy. Like, okay,
Oh, yeah.
they're in the U district now. Mr. Lifto lived down there. He'll know about Dante's Tavern.
Oh God.
Next to Scarecrow Video.
Oh yes.
And if you just walk down that alley, that's where he followed one girl home,
Oh, yeah.
like the first victim. And it's like you can't find the addresses anywhere online now because they change the addresses so they can sell the houses to yuppies.
Right.
Yeah.
But you can find it, and it's fucking creepy. It's just half a block away.
Ted Bundy Alley, and that's like, you can't.
Ted Bundy
Alley.
Alley.
You can't look it up, but we knew it was there.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's weird because when you go to Scarecrow Video, it's a cool video store. It's just weird that there's some motherfucker thinking about hurting someone when everyone else is going there to have a good time.
Yeah. He probably wasn't thinking about what the store was at all.
No.
Yeah. Probably never crossed his mind.
So Dante's Tavern, I think it's no longer.
I don't think it is that. Yeah.
That place had some weird vibes.
Yeah. That's
like frat boys and devils.
Yeah. A couple times there, and it's like, no, for me, no, I'm out. Yeah.
Yeah. It was pretty weird.
Why did you guys move to Austin?
Because we're crazy.
Yeah.
When?
Austin to me, traveling around and I picked out a bunch of different cities. I needed to leave Seattle eventually. So I was thinking Baltimore, I was thinking Portland, but just there's something about Austin I really liked. It was small. It reminded me of early Seattle. There's a good vibe.
Yeah,
everybody knew each other and stuff. So I pretty much came down here following a girl. So that was it.
Cool.
That would do it. Yeah. It did. Austin did. When I got here, I think I got here later than you, 2010.
95 for me.
Oh, wow. Okay. So I came down here in 2010, and it did have, there was this thing, vibe that did remind me of old school Seattle before it became major corporate.
Yep.
And like the funky, weird, kitschy vibe that I really liked, like pinup girl type of art. And some stuff that now it's in Seattle, it's considered politically incorrect. And I'm like, come on.
Yep.
Don't be such nerds, man.
Yep.
So,
yeah,
and the weather here is really nice. And the brisket is really
Isn't
good.
it hot as
really,
balls right now?
It's hot as balls.
It's really
now.
hot.
Yeah.
How hot?
102 today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's hot.
I'm trying to acclimate to it. 10 years later, but it's some craziness.
Yeah, I can't get used to Missouri heat. I can't. I mean, it'll be like
humid,
99 here, but so humid.
Super humid.
It hangs in
Lately, it's been really fucking humid. It's awful right now.
I looked at it like on a weather app, and I was like, it is hotter here right now than in Saudi Arabia, than in South Africa, than in Vietnam. It was. It was hotter than the jungles of Vietnam.
You could get jungle foot just in your yard
with more humidity.
Holy shit!
And in 6 months, we'll be covered in snow.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god!
Gotta get out of here.
Well, you could come freeze in Austin. It's like it dropped down and then people freeze to death, which is really weird.
Funny.
That was weird.
That was weird.
Yeah, like 2 weeks and no power, and then I had friends in Seattle going, "Ha ha!" It's like then later that summer, it's like, "Oh yeah, everything caught up fire up there. It was over 100." And it's like, "Oh, just open your window." No one has air conditioners. Air conditioners, they all sold out in like Portland and Seattle, ever up there. People just hoarded air conditioning units. It's like,
it's really weird that in luxury apartments they don't offer central air. You think by now they would fucking get a clue.
No,
it just doesn't exist.
No, you open the window to get air. That's what you did up there, always.
And then all the hot city air and the cement that's just radiating. My god, I don't miss that part.
I do miss the sea air sometimes, though. Just that kind of just always wet. And I miss rain. I miss the rain constantly.
Yeah, and spuds. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
The weird Dick's Drive-In. That's my favorite. Dick's Drive.
For me, it's got to be Ivers. Every time I'm up there, I go Ivers. I get some clam strips, clam chowder. Right there on the waterfront. Yep, absolutely. Every time.
Exactly. You can feed the little seagulls up there.
Oh yeah, bet they poop on us. Yes.
That's the best part. The Pike Place Market. Yeah, that's fun.
Yes, we go there every time. My wife likes to look at stuff. I go to the magic shop, and then before we fly out, I like to go to the 13 Coins.
Oh yeah,
that place is so nice. I mean, just the way they do the food. Bar stools are like high in the back, so when you walk in, you can't see anybody. It's great. Yeah, really expensive, but really good foods. Yes.
It's like this weird Vegas-y kind of like
dark,
like dark Vegas. Yeah, there you go. It's not bright Vegas, but it's like dark and spooky Vegas.
I like that. Yeah.
Oh, do you remember the Doghouse? Oh my god, holy shit! Was my favorite place ever.
Was that the late night place?
It was 24 hours in.
That's the one.
Dick Dickerson Irish band, and his face was bright red, drunk off his ass. And their women were had beehives. They were older women with real beehives. The real thing.
No, yes.
There's not some fake hipster models. They were the real thing. Like you'd ask, what do you want? Make up your damn mind. They're smoking a cigarette and the ash is falling into your pancake. And I'm like, I don't know what I want. She goes, you're going to eat this and you're going to fucking like it. And I was like, my God, I love this place.
Absolutely.
Her name's like Flo or Betty.
Wasn't that there from like the 30s or something? It just closed down finally.
Yeah. it should never have closed. It turned into the Hurricane Cafe, and it just never was the same.
No.
Yeah, it's like hipsters pretending to. I'm like, no, I want an old lady to verbally abuse me. Thank you.
Ash on my pancakes.
I want ashes in my pancakes at 3 a.m. I want to take LSD here and do the YMCA song with
Ashy pancakes.
with people from Nirvana. Oh God.
Oh yeah.
No, it's just not right.
Go on.
Go on. It's true.
Didn't you still, I mean, you put like some boots on layaway for Kurt Cobain and stuff when he was up there.
Oh yeah, all the time.
Yeah.
He would say, "I need size 10," and that was like popular. Everybody had it.
Yeah.
Everybody wanted it to sell out, and I said, "Okay, I'm gonna next time it comes, I will set it aside for you and hide it." And I would hide it for him, and he was always very sweet. And he'd be like, "Okay, you do that, and you're coming to this show." And he would drop off a flyer that he hand drew, like hand drew, and write, "Come to the show," and then make sure you say hi.
Yeah.
You know, very shy and modest person.
He was.
Yeah.
And very first shows, there wasn't a lot of people there, maybe 10.
That's because they sucked live earlier on.
It's true. It's true.
You know, I got to say, like, I saw him several, like 6-7 times maybe early on, like, you know, like Motorsports Garage, but like, okay, get off the stage, Nirvana. I want to see L7. I want to see Soundgarden. You know, I want to see Alice in Chains. But then all of a sudden they just got better. Yeah. Really better. And then good live. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It was what I think it was the production with Butch Vig. That's when I noticed.
Gotta be.
Yeah.
It was good punk rock, but it was dirty and kind of muddy sounding, but that's fine for a live show. But it didn't stand out. Right. And then as soon as they started working with Butch Vig and he added that pop like hooks.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
My head turned and I was like, holy shit, this is the same fucking band.
Yeah, when did they get so good?
Yeah.
Right.
And I was like, good for them, because all of them were sweet. I didn't have problems with any of them. Some people, like people in Queens, right, were dicks. Fuck them.
Yeah.
And so I couldn't stand them.
Nope.
But I was like, okay, cool. People that are actually nice and fun to be around, that are actually doing well. I support this fully. So
absolutely. Yeah, we did a show at the Romper Room.
Oh, God, I love that place.
And the lead singer, Jeff Tate, shows up and goes, "Oh, where can I sit? Where's security?" It's like, dude, no one's going to be looking at you. They're going to be looking at my dick. Okay, calm the fuck down. Yeah.
This is a fact.
Queens,
oh, my God.
Fuck Queensrÿche. Fuck Queensrÿche to death. Fuck him. He was a dick.
Thank you.
I'm a rock star. Shut up.
They had this vibe. They're from they're from Bellevue.
Bellevue, of course.
Kirkland. They're from somewhere stupid, and they would come over and act like they're from LA.
Yep.
And they would come into Moe's, and they were like, I remember Sage and someone else was like, let Betty deal with it. She can't stand these motherfuckers. So I said, we have a dress code tonight. We don't. Nice. And he goes, what's that? And I go, you're wearing white sneakers, motherfucker. What year is this? And you're wearing goddamn spandex. I go, you have frosty lipstick on. Fuck you and get out of here.
Yep.
It was so gross. No. It was like, no.
Yeah.
Bad attitude, big frizzy hair. Fuck off.
Yeah.
I was like, you guys, this is not happening. Go away.
Yeah, you know that's dying out. Come on, go away. Yep.
Yeah.
But if they were nice, I didn't like their music, but if they're nice, I'd be like, whatever. But they were like, we're God's gift, and I'm thinking, I met real rock stars and they did not act like that. Like attractive ones, people in Depeche Mode did not act like this. And I was thinking, what the fuck is with these motherfuckers? Yep. So I was like, let me at them.
Yeah.
And you remember the assholes. I've met some assholes, and I've met some really cool ones. And, oh my God.
Cool assholes? No. Cool assholes and nice assholes. And no, nice people.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there's a few people I just won't ask to interview. I don't want to meet,
Yeah.
It's just like, oh, man.
Yeah.
I don't want to meet them. I like the myth in my mind of who they are.
Exactly, yeah.
Right. I don't know if I could, meet Billy Corgan.
I met Billy. He's a nice guy.
Depends on the day. He can be sassy, but depends on the day.
Really?
Yeah.
He can be sassy. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
I love that. That's my favorite word.
He's a nice guy to his fans, but I don't know about working with him.
Billy Corgan, is that the Smashing Pumpkins
guy?
Yeah. Okay, just want to make sure. I've heard both, that he's moody, and I think that Joe said it best. Sassy, like moody, sassy, bitchy.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's kind of like with Jello Biafra. He can be really sweet, or he can be really sassy.
Really standoffish. Yep. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
When I first met him, he wouldn't get out of the way. I needed to use the restroom before going on stage, and he wouldn't move. I didn't know who he was. He was just acting like kind of a dick. I get the fuck out of the way. He's like, put himself right in front of the bathroom. It's a really tiny little green room in a strip club in Vancouver called the Penthouse.
I know exactly where that is.
That was a fun place. And I said, if you do not move right now, mister, I'm going to piss right on your face. And he's like, bring it on. I said, I am serious, because I had to go on stage. I'm not going to pee my pants on stage. And my guitarist is like, you're threatening to piss on Jello Biafra. Stop. I said, shut the fuck up. But yeah, it's so that kind of what hit it off on a wrong note. But when you've got to go, you've got to go.
Right.
Yeah.
Get going, mister.
I think there's a Dead Kennedy song about that, isn't there? About someone threatening to piss on him, or I don't know.
No way. Are you serious?
I don't know.
What year was it? Because I threatened to do this in 95. There's no way. If God help me.
It just sounds like one of his songs.
Yeah.
I told Al this story. He just was overjoyed with sick, twisted delight. He's like, oh, I would have paid money to see them get pissed on.
Yeah.
I was like, Jesus, Al.
They've had a love-hate relationship for a long time. So yeah.
Nice.
It's funny.
Yeah, I think Chris Connolly, I mean, talking to him about that, and he had one of the best stories about it. It's like, you never know what that person that you're about to meet is on their way to do. Maybe somebody just broke into their car. Maybe they just got news that somebody's sick and in the hospital. They're trying to run through the crowd to get to their car.
True.
You know, he's like, you never know. He's like, and I meet a lot of people.
Yeah.
You know, it's
A
like,
lot of people doing weird shit.
Weird shit. Absolutely.
Meeting people doing weird shit.
You're a Revolting Cock Show. You're doing weird shit.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. That's true.
That's awesome. Oh, at the Penthouse in Vancouver is where the first time, like when I performed with Slum Betty up there for Much Music West, it's like, I don't know what the fuck it is, but there we are. There was a woman that opened for us. She was this, looked like a Las Vegas stripper, and she put eggs in her vagina and shot them across the room.
Yep.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
And that was the first time I saw that. And then it happened again in Seattle in 95.
Same person?
You know what? I don't know. It could have been making the rounds. But I was like, this is the second time I saw vagina eggs. And I tell people about it. And they're like, I've never heard of such a thing. I'm like, well, I saw it twice. I told Allie's like, not fair.
Oh my God. Please tell me you're going to write a song called Vagina Eggs.
Oh, yeah.
I really just
absolutely
need that.
Those alien, no, never mind. I won't go there. Vajankles. Shooting vajankles out of her vagina. She shot these things. They weren't just like a couple feet. It was like shooting 20 feet, soaring through the air. And
were they raw eggs? Were they boiled eggs? Were they?
I'm going to guess that it was hard boiled.
They were hard boiled. Yeah. They had to have been.
That would be
so
best.
They flex a little.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they just go shooting.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, I don't know if the Seattle nowadays would even allow something like that to happen.
No.
And that was an all ages show in Seattle. It was at the Oddfellows Hall.
Oh God.
It was this. It was the same night that Leonardo DiCaprio and his group of weird friends. Oh my God! All in one night, all in one block.
Wow!
You can see vagina eggs and rock stars and ecstasy. Oh boy!
And Leo DiCaprio.
Oh shit! Oh yes,
those are great Seattle stories.
And that was kind of just like, I don't know, that stuff happened like weekly.
And that was a Tuesday.
Or nightly.
Yeah, you'd show up at somebody's loft and it's like, what the hell's going on? It's like, oh, we're piercing people. Okay, do my nipples.
Yeah.
And they would, and it's like, yeah, it's on film somewhere. Yeah, and just like, then the next loft party would be, the twins.
Yeah.
The Harlow twins. It's like, okay, try this. It's like, what's this? Okay, this is actually okay. And it's like, and then a naked girl, when roller skates come up, you need water. You need a sucker. It's like, okay. And then they come up, an hour later. It's like, how was it? It's like, good. Okay, thanks. Oh, are we test monkeys? Are we fucking test monkeys?
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's like, you motherfuckers. But yeah, like Betty said, crazy shit was just happening everywhere. like we
Yes,
said,
that's a fact.
up till like the Mia Zapata thing, and then it was just like everybody's a little more shell shocked about having people over at their house and doing weird shit. So yeah,
it was definitely, it was like a, I don't know, not eye opening. It was kind of like
a warning.
So fucking shocking. Yeah, it was a warning.
Yeah,
because I think back of all the people I trust and people I met, I'm like, holy fuck, how am I alive?
How am I alive? Exactly.
Right.
Yeah, and then I'm thinking, well, there was a bunch of decent people in that scene at that time. It had to have been there more good people than bad.
Right.
But all it takes is a few assholes like Green River Killer and the fuckface that killed Mia, and it just fucking people are terrified of each other then.
Yeah, like a loss of innocence.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. That I think that would sum it up.
That's also kind of a weird way to describe it because it seems like in a lot of ways a very uninnocent situation.
Oh yeah.
I know. It's like, but if you look at what's happening now, I remember thinking some things were, whoa, that's a little crazy. Like I would go to a show and be hanging out with this guy, and he's into heroin. I'm not. And I just would be like, I can't watch someone shoot up. It kind of made me nauseated.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought, oh, that's kind of too crazy for me because I was afraid that they'd OD. Now I'm looking back at mass shootings and all this shit happening now. It almost seems fucking kind of quaint in comparison.
Yeah, watching somebody shoot up is quaint. Way back in the day, it's like,
and I'm thinking, how fucked up are things? You know what I mean? It's just that kids getting shot in school. I don't remember ever thinking someone's going to come in this door and shoot at my school. And maybe I was in some kind of bubble in my head, but there's no violence like that.
No, when we were within part of it's where we were, but like if you brought a gun to school, it was deer season.
Yeah. Kids used to.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It wasn't like a big deal.
Yeah, they hung up a rifle in the back of their truck.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I remember kids going hunting after school and leaving a shotgun with a bus driver.
Oh, wow.
And saying, here, hold this. I'm going over to like Bill's house after school and we're going to go hunting.
Wild.
And they were like, okay. And they'd keep a 12 gauge on the bus for him until the end of the day.
Yeah.
And so you have to ask yourself, what the fuck is going on nowadays?
Yeah, that's the Midwest.
Yeah, because it's like, I remember thinking, oh, high school sucks because it's boring. But if I thought I was going to get shot there, I'd be like, fuck this.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be bored and shot.
Right.
I mean, come on. It's like enough is enough. It like there's no fucking way, because the people that seemed to like high school were cheerleaders and jocks. I was like, okay, I'm here for the art and literature, and then I want to get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, that's what I thought. And then I went into teaching, and I come back, and I don't know why I keep going back there. I really hate it. I hate school so much.
Did you say you teach?
I'm infiltrating. Yeah, I teach.
Oh my god.
So it keeps me on my toes.
Yeah.
Are you terrified that someone's gonna?
No, I mean you keep it out of your mind. You know,
have to. Oh my god, I would be scared.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's like somebody said, I saw this kind of meme posted that was like talking to an ordnance destruction expert in the Army, a guy like disarms bombs.
Yeah.
Like, doesn't it like freak you out every time? He's like, no, I'm either right or I'm wrong. And if I am, I won't remember.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, right.
True. Holy shit.
It's like, it's either going to go fine or I won't have any idea what's happening. It won't be my problem anymore.
Yeah.
For sure. Won't be around to feel.
Yeah, it's somebody else's issue.
Oh, man.
So, yeah. But I don't know, man. That's life, though.
Yeah.
Anywhere you go, it seems like you can't go to a 4th of July parade in Highland Park.
No.
That's fucking scary.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was right by Matthew Clark's residence.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah, it's right by his neighborhood. I was talking about that the other
I didn't know. I thought it was farther away from where everyone was at, because I don't know that area.
He's out a little bit.
Oh, shit.
He was out there by, I think it's about a half a mile or so from his house, yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I remember thinking, man, some of the stuff in the 90s is a little out of control. And I'm looking back going, that was like looking at the 50s and everything was almost to the level of Leave It to Beaver.
Right, yeah. Well, as long as you were white,
Yeah, but yeah, that's true. That's true. It's like people are doing drugs, but people are looking out for each other. And now I'm like a little weary about it. I don't see the same cohesive like community vibe on the same level.
Nope.
I like your Higgs boson theory.
Yeah.
I'm sold on it.
Which what?
The Higgs boson theory that you have about making the God particle and everything went to shit.
Jesus.
In 2016. Yeah, I think you're right. I think you're absolutely right.
They just fucking turned that goddamn thing back on again, and I'm like,
they
better know what they're fucking doing.
Honestly, they couldn't fuck it up much more. Really, maybe they'll like shift us the other way.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'd be careful.
Dark matter. Dark
matter.
matter particles and stuff. Yeah, who knows what's going to happen? So
yeah,
who knows? I'm ready for it. Bring it on.
I saw pictures. They had like this red particle, an orange particle, and a yellow particle. I was like, yeah. It's like, that's how you get Thanos. Yeah. You guys want Thanos?
Yeah, no shit.
That's how you get Thanos.
What are they called? Thanos collects those little gems. What are they called? The light stones?
Infinity stones.
Infinity stones.
Mm-hmm. Like, there they are.
It's like I'm not exactly sure what they're trying to attempt, but I hope to God it doesn't. I don't know. It's something.
Thanos-y.
Yeah.
It's not Thanos-y. Or if it is, just take out the bad people. Like selectively take out the psychopaths and evil ones and leave the creative, fun ones behind. That's a thought.
Yes.
If it's possible.
I'm down with that.
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying, like, we're heading toward Handmaid's Tale right now, so I'm happy with like anything that diverts us from that.
Well, in Texas, I think I'm already in the Handmaid's Tale. I'm already in it, and I'm like thinking, okay, so guns have more rights, and corporations have more rights, so maybe I should turn into a corporation and buy a bunch of guns and get ready for it's like, what the fuck? It's because you're just kind of sitting there going like a frog that's being slowly boiled. Like, is this really fucking happening? Like, I can't believe I'm hearing this from the Supreme Court.
Yeah, Missouri's the same.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, boy. So we're all in the shit together.
Oh, yeah.
We are. Gotta get out of here.
Good God.
Yeah, it's fucking scary.
Well, you knew it was going to go dark. Here we are. So
here we are.
Yeah, it's getting darker.
What other serial killers?
John, you've got a serial killer in your family history.
Yes, I do.
What? Who? Which one?
Not really related to me, but related to my uncle. Yeah, he was, his name, it was Doc Cavanis, Dale Cavanis. He was a doctor in Southern Illinois.
Oh, wow.
And killed two of my uncles for insurance money.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Sons. Yeah, he was a doctor, a surgeon, obstetrician.
God.
Yeah.
Like very trusted in the community.
Oh yeah, extremely.
What the fuck? You know, Chicago has this. There's that Holmes guy was from there too, right?
Yeah, H.H.
Holmes.
Wasn't he a doctor as well, and upstanding citizen?
He certainly was. He lied about a lot of his identity, though.
Right.
He was the biggest thing about Holmes, I think, was that he was an uber capitalist.
Yeah, he had money.
Yeah, money. I mean, he was killing people. Like, he found that, like, he could cut women's hair off or whatever, or that he could cut it short, and sell the wig for like $1, I think it was at the time, for like selling women's hair. But figured if he killed them, he could get like an extra 2 inches, and he got like $1.10.
Jesus!
Oh my God!
Rather than abduct people just for their hair, he's like he saw an extra dime by taking their life. Yeah, that's just a complete psychopath and sociopath. I mean, no feeling of empathy for human life whatsoever.
What terrifies me is I feel like there's, instead of a few sprinkled out the United States, I feel like a lot of people in the GOP. Like, do you trust Ted Cruz? I think he has someone in his basement or his closet. Greg Abbott strikes me as a person who has migrant children hidden in his house.
Probably.
I mean, I don't trust that fucker.
I don't either.
I'd like to roll him into I can't say, but you've seen the scene. What was it? Friday the 13th, the third one. Whee! It's just, Mac and me scene with the. Oh, yeah. That'll work as well. We can reenact that. I mean, at what point we're going to say shit's going to just get real weird real quick.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. It's got to get better, or something's going to get real.
Get better. The pendulum's going
real interesting. I'll tell you.
Yeah, it's swinging wide. It's got to swing back. Well, I think we're going to hit a major recession, and then gas prices are going to drop, and
hopefully,
I have high hopes.
Yeah.
Slipping in the darkness.
Yeah.
God damn.
Get down on it.
Are you familiar with like our guy Eric Greitens here in Missouri?
Missouri politicians. Yeah.
Who's Eric
He's
Greitens?
running for the Senate. He was the governor of Missouri.
Oh shit! No.
Like totally, he was taking like involuntary pictures of basically abusing a girl.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
And like
he's a winner.
Got booted from the governorship, and now he's running for Senate,
of course,
in Missouri, and he's the front runner.
What?
Yeah, look that piece of shit up.
Oh my god! Do you remember when some guy named Dean something? He was a doctor, and he ran, and he went, "Ooh!" And that was it. His career was over because he yelped.
Yeah, Howard Dean.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all he did is he got excited and yelped, and
yelled, "Wahoo!"
They said that was it, and I was like,
"He's unpresidential."
What did this guy do exactly? And I'm like, if they would have fast forwarded Trump, oh my god!
Yeah.
The whoop again. Looks like Leave It to Beaver level of shit. Like,
give me a whooper any day. Give me a whooper.
Yep.
Give me a Rami. I don't care.
Right, and the same people that made noise about that are the people that are cool with grabbing by the pussy.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Yeah. Suspicious.
Give me Mitt Romney any day.
Mitt Romney in his magic underpants. I mean, he's starting to look.
That looks great, really. I don't care. Wear any kind of underpants you want.
Remember when Sarah Palin looked crazy? Remember that? Now she looks sane.
Oh, yeah. She just looks folksy and innocent in a lot of ways now.
And I'm like,
look how adorable.
Oh, shit. It's like, it's 20 years from now. I'm like terrified to look ahead. I'm like, I just don't. It's like Idiocracy on steroids.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I'm like, add a dash of this and add a dash of that. Oh, God, Fahrenheit and Soylent Green.
Hey, Betty, I bought a bunch of your music today, by the way.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Cool.
I dig that new shit. That's really good.
Which new one? I have the weird stuff and I have the psychedelic stuff.
Oh.
Like the weird stuff is like soundscapes with really irritating sounds in it.
It was it was the kind of Velvet Mind, which I'd heard before.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's the new album stuff.
Yeah. I bought a bunch of the singles. I think back down until like Nightingale, which I already had. So
nice.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, good stuff.
Cool, thank you.
What else you got coming out?
Well, I'm going to finish up that album, The Velvet Mind. It's going to be kind of in that Velvet Underground-y kind of vibe.
Yes.
It's like it's a bit of escapism because I feel like if I don't have a little escapism right now, I'm going to lose my fucking mind. And it's like, I really don't want to be losing it. But that's what I'm working on, the full album. And then I come out with those weird little Dadaistic singles that are like, what is it called? Spread the Disease. And what was that other one? Something about sound, Nathan. What was the name of that last one? It was about the Ukraine. I forgot the titles of my own goddamn song.
Great promotion there.
I know, it's so great. But anyways, it's not like Let's Go Shopping, but it's the other one.
Yeah, I don't
Two White Russians and my mind is blitzed. But I could probably remember something from 1990 though. Oh my God.
Yeah.
But anyways, it was like a soundscape about how noisy and crazy things are. Let's get back to normal. That's it.
Yeah,
let's get back to normal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep, that's another one I got there. Yeah.
And then the one who watches was about like the war in the Ukraine, like how disturbing and feeling helpless about it. So those ones are the dark, and then the Velvet Mind is more of escapism stuff.
Oh yeah, that's all really good. I've been digging it a lot. Our company over, they like it.
Cool, thank you.
They like it. And Joe, you guys just dropped a trailer.
Yeah.
There is a trailer on YouTube called Circus of the Scars. That's it. Yeah. And it's I think it's going to Cannes next year. It's going to be in the Chicago Film Festival end of the month, I want to say.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. You can look up the trailer on YouTube. It's about, the first
It looks really cool. It looks great.
4 years of the circus.
Nice.
Oh.
Yeah, it's they found some stuff that I don't remember doing. It's like, well, where was this at? Yeah, so
yeah, I saw footage even in the trailer that I'd never seen. And
yeah, it's weird. It's good though.
Yeah, I wish I could just go back into time and relive those, because seeing the like the first show I saw with Joe in it with Jim Rose's Circus, it was just in a tiny gallery, packed, but a very cool gallery. And then it made it to, I want to say, the Moore Theater.
Yeah, we did the Moore.
And it was huge. huge, and it was just both of them are fun. I personally am fond of the very first one for me because it was so crazy and packed in there, and it felt so subversive and dirty and wrong and exciting.
Yes.
But then it was like, now it's in the Moore Theater, and it was kind of like, holy shit, Seattle's. It was like, our weird is being elevated to, to a higher art form. It was, I don't know how to explain it. It's like, weird is now higher art form. This is good. Now other people can get into weird. So yeah, that was very fun part of Seattle.
Oh yeah.
Good times.
And the Jim Rose Side Circus show thing, your thing, inspired me to use the name Big Hair Sex Circus with Slom Betty.
Nice.
It was kind of like a play off pun, kind of having fun with it.
The Pleasure Elite. Yes, that's it.
Yeah, with the cute S&M girls in nuns outfits. That was fun too.
Those are always wild, depending on where it was. Yes.
This is true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah, we know about that. We went to a thrill kill culture and probably we've never invited back.
It was Ethel Meat Plow opening.
Ethel Meat Plow.
Oh my God, I love that band.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're so underrated.
Oh, Ethel Meat Plow. I think we did shows with them.
Such a great voice.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
It's kind of reminded me of Nina Hagen. If she was doing Seattle grunge, that's what it sounded like to me. I was like, "Oh my God, this is good."
Yeah. Oh yeah, they were.
So
good.
what did you guys do that you can't come back, or they can't come back?
They can't come back. Yeah.
Oh, what happened?
Just a lot of genitalia and
non-traditional genitalia. We'll put it that way.
Well, yeah.
Interesting. I love it.
Yep. And folks, and it was
shit.
fun. I had a blast. I just, that's just
Some
the thing.
people are just so uptight about seeing penises.
Yeah, Missouri's weird about that because, like, Marilyn Manson came here and brought a strap-on out,
Oh my God.
Flailing at the crowd all night, and that was fine.
Yep.
Interesting.
But when he came back for the Antichrist Superstar tour, he was like,
ripped pages out of the Bible.
Well, that did it. Yeah, then he's not allowed back.
That was a great stage production, though, with the lighting and everything. I was very impressed. I was like, because when they did their spooky tour, it was kind of sloppy and punk rock, and then all of a sudden it was like, whoa, this is a well-produced show.
Yeah, it's like The Wall or something. Yeah,
felt very Pink Floyd-ish. Yes, definitely.
Except for all the hawkers, being spit on him on stage.
That was a little much for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not down with that. It's better than poo-poo.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yes.
Yeah, it's like, I did not go see Gigi Allen. I'm like, I don't think I want to see the poop.
Yeah, no.
I'm not down with it. Al told me that he kicked Gigi Allen's ass, and I was like, thank you. I was like, he just saw him in an elevator and started kicking him because he goes, I don't like your poop. I wasn't there. I don't know. I don't know if it happened or if Al just told me to make me laugh.
Right.
Tell him I said thank you anyway.
Nice.
I like to think he did. I'm going to keep thinking that he did.
Yes.
It's a good feeling, yeah. Live vicariously through it, yeah.
Well, this was fun. I'm so glad everybody got connected and everything. And we were all together.
Yes. We should wait 2-3 months and do a part 2 again. This is great.
That's a lot of fun.
Definitely.
Yeah. Next time we'll get to Candlebox.
No, we will not. Fuck Candlebox.
No.
Fuck Candlebox.
Oh my God! See, this is good. Joe's on the right page.
Okay.
Queen's right and Candlebox are no. Candlebox are carpet. What do you call them? Carpet baggers.
Yep.
Yeah, they weren't from Seattle, but they said they were.
Moved here to get famous. Yep.
Yeah, they were the move to the famous. It's not the same where like you lived in the general area and you had the vibe, but this was like we're corporate whores. And it's like,
I know. Screw them.
Like Buck Cherry or something. Sorry.
Like filing an address to get to a better school.
Yeah. Because they're like, it's just it's ickiness. It's icky.
Yeah. I thought they were nice guys. I don't know. I met them once. They were nice guys.
Yeah.
See, that's true. They are nice.
I was talking more to Greta. I don't know if you remember those guys.
Yeah, that was Eddie Vedder's old band.
Yeah.
Which one was that?
Greta.
Out of L.A.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, they opened for them. Yeah, it was, who was it? Jesus, the drummer for Rage Against the Machine. I can't think of his name. Brad Wilk.
My roommate got married to, that's a different name. I had a roommate named from 7 Year Bitch, Celine Vigil.
Oh, yeah.
And she married. At first, I thought she was dating the lead singer because she goes, "What do you think of the lead singer?" And I made some stupid flippant mark just to be a dork, like, "Oh, that nerd." I was just teasing because he was watching MTV, and she goes, "I'm dating him." I said, "Oh, I'm sorry," and I felt kind of like an asshole. But then she ended up marrying the drummer, so maybe I was onto something. But
was it Brad Wilkes? I don't know if he's...
that sounds more correct. I don't know.
He was there for like Evil Empire, but was he the first albums? I don't know. I don't know. Don't remember. Nice guy though. Good drummer. Greta was a good band.
Interesting.
And Candlebox were nice.
I have no problem. They were nice to me, so I feel like an asshole saying it. But
Yeah.
he's right.
They're nice. They're nice, but their music sucks, so fuck them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You left them so far behind.
I'm not a musician. I can say it. Screw 'em.
This is true. I will have, I get in so much trouble because I'm not following the rules. You're supposed to be ladylike. Don't talk about religion or politics. And I looked at this guy from LA.
Or Candlebox.
This guy from LA is telling me this, and I said, "Dude, you fucking think you're a vampire wearing a plastic cape, so suck my dick. I'm not taking advice from you."
Absolutely.
And he goes, "Other people in Seattle don't talk this way, do they?" And I said,
Yeah.
We kind of are outspoken because we're not fake assholes. And he's like, "Oh, I'm so offended." I was like, "Oh my God,
Good.
please."
Good.
Yeah. Didn't talk to him that long. I didn't give him a cigarette though.
That's awesome.
Nice.
I'm not taking any music advice from a person who thinks they're a fucking vampire. No. Hello. Hell no. Hell no.
Oh, come on.
It's just no.
We know
Plastic
people.
tapes, no. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
I played a private club in LA. It was called Cloak and Dagger. And it was this very hidden, secretive place. I mean, I have to admit their advertising and their design was top notch. It looked like, oh my God, this is going to be the best place on the planet. It was not. And the people were like Ren Fair dorks, but they were assholes about it. They weren't sweethearts. They were like dicks. And this guy was yelling at this really cute girl, like little pixie girl with blonde hair. And he called her a fat cow. And I turned and I said, "What the fuck did you say to this woman?" I said, "Apologize, you fucking bitch," and just flew into rage at him. And I said, "You belong in a Ren Fair." And I dressed him up and down. I said, "You're just a bouncer. That's an asshole. Treating nice girls like this." And Tracy Lords was standing there and turned around and said, "Yeah, you motherfucking stupid Ren Fair geek," and we high-fived. And I said, "You let this girl in right now or I'm not doing the goddamn show tonight."
Oh.
It was rude. I'm like, how dare he talk to her like that? I was pissed. I was like, dorks.
Yeah.
Bunch of dorks.
Fuck that guy. Let's find that guy. This is a call out on the internet. Let's find out who this asshole is.
The club went under, and
we'll figure it out.
Oh shit.
Anything else you guys want to plug or anything?
I got no more plugs, and I'm kind of fading already. Sorry, Betty. I got to get up and open tomorrow at the bar. But yeah, no, hey, definitely. Let's plan a part 2, and we can get deep into grunt truck, and pad, all the good stuff.
Yeah, let's do it.
Right on.
Yeah, talk about all the nice people now.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, everybody. I'll do a close up.
That's it. Thank you. Bye, Betty.
Hey,
bye, guys.
Thanks for coming on. We had a great time.
No, it finally worked out.
Yeah.
Yay!
Sounds good. Everything.
Okay. Hey, we'll talk to you guys later. Bye.
Bye. Thanks everybody for listening. Check us out. Bye.
Bye.